Hey, thanks for taking a closer look at BuildOps today. We're going to do a quick run through of the project management platform. Really give you all an idea of what questions you can ask when we dive in with you to take a deeper look into the product. So when I pop into project management, as a project manager, I'm only going to see a list of the projects that I'm assigned to, right? And you can keep that information siloed, or you can leave that a little more wide open if you all need kind of coverage there in the office. I can look at this here in this tile view. I can also look at it here in a list view. The views are totally configurable, so you can move these columns around. You can also put in some filtering so that you're only seeing the particular projects that you want. And then you can save those filters so that you can pull them up at a later date if you need to. Today, we're going to be working on Jefferson High School. So let's go ahead and pop that one open. First place I land when I get into Jefferson High School is the dashboard. Now, these dashboards are configurable. So this, again, is just an example. But what am I looking at? Looking at contract amounts, how we're doing on our original versus our projected, how we doing on the labor side, not just our labor dollars, but also our labor hours, understanding that blended makeup of the crew, because we understand not every crew hour is the same. You've got some guys who are expensive, and you got some guys who might be less expensive. And when you get the right mix of guys, you get the right blended rate. And we're being able to see that not just from a dollar standpoint, not just from an hour standpoint, but a blended rate on your labor. We'll talk a little bit more how we capture that labor in just a second, but also project management is all about risk mitigation. And how do you mitigate risk? You need to know where that risk is. So understanding where those unapproved change orders are at. Are there submittals that we're still waiting on answers for? And then also being able to take a look at those RFIs and how they're performing. Now, BuildOps has three pillars on project management. We've got our document control, the field to office communication, and then your three B's, your billing, budgeting, and your buyout. We're going to take a brief look at all of those, but we're going to start someplace that's really close to my heart, which would be with our folks out in the field. So what I've done is I've pulled my mobile app over here up on the left, and the mobile app's available for both Android and Apple devices, whether those are phones or tablets, whatever hardware you got out there, as long as it's within a couple years, it'll work just fine. That said, this is like a foreman's tool. So I'm a foreman out in the field. What kind of things can I do out in the field? Well, I can view project files. So you're able to set up a file folder structure, and every new project that you spin up will inherit those folders. You can limit access. So if we don't want to give signed contracts to the guys out in the field, we can cut off their access to that. They'll also be able to view their drawings. Here in BuildOps, we have a full-blown drawing management tool. Let you upload drawings. It'll split the individual sheets out, and then we can do markups both here in the office as well over here on the left on my mobile device out in the field. Besides the files and the drawings, the other big thing I'm going to be asking my folks to do as a foreman is fill out a daily report, right? I want to know what information was happening out there. Specifically, what did you complete? What problems did you run into? And is there any sort of out of scope work that sort of popped up out there? And as the guys are filling this out, they'll be able to take photos, use the talk to type feature, and then those are going to be streaming to us here in the back office, as well as maybe a report at the end of the day that includes these notes across all of your projects. Kind of shifting gears here a little bit to more of the back office functionality. Besides your document control with RFIs, change orders, and submittals, and POs, we're also going to be heavy on the budget management, being able to understand if you're underbilled or overbilled on particular projects, being able to see your starting budget plus your change orders, your committed cost, as well as your actual cost, and then being able to dive in or sort and group this data in a way that's impactful for the project management team. Also, we'll be able to pull full-blown WIP reports with BuildOps, as well as a customized reporting engine behind all of this. If you all have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to dive in to this in some more detail. Thank you.